want to continue on talking about reconnection, connecting to love from your perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you feel like love is a reconnection to what?
For me, you could say that some homes give you a lot of nurture beyond the nature of bringing you into life. And I like to tell the people that I work with that you have the genitors that brought the genetic material that brought you into the world, but you also have parents that might be a different person. We have the expectation that usually these people are the same. But funnily, we had the experience, both of us, that the people that brought us into the world and the people that taught us love are completely different ones. That I feel is very powerful because sometimes I have a very hard time trying to explain to people how does it feel that your parents are not the ones that taught you what you preach or you.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, Tantra was a mean of reconnection more than connection because I felt isolated. I felt that I didn't belong anywhere. And that made me feel very vulnerable because it's not that you have your pack or your tribe that protects you, is that you feel that everything in the world is not against you, but not for you either.
Yeah.
So I had these glimpses of reconnection when I sang in choirs, because instead of being the person in charge in the corporate world, I was one voice in 20 or 40 people.
Did you feel in the choir that you were reconnecting with yourself when you were singing? Or did you feel like you could reconnect with people because you were doing something similar?
I think it was both of them because I felt that I liked who I was when I was singing.
Yeah, but that's something else because I think maybe you changed then.
I was another person.
Yeah.
I was like the super shy guy that was dressed in a suit with a vest and with my glasses.
That can be cool too.
Yeah, but I was like a mousy guy, and then I got into there, and I have by nature this booming voice that is heard in every single place that I walk into. So I opened my mouth, and I felt that I sustained with the bass the music that other people were singing. Yeah, every kind of music. And that, for me, was a sense of deep connection that I didn't have going to church, that I didn't have with my family. It was amazing. I think the thing that I did the most, because I did that for 30 years of my life. And I'm not doing this in Norway because I need to learn Norwegian first. But that's it. That's the only thing that is holding me back.
You don't have to learn Norwegian?
To sing in the choirs that I would like to sing, I need to learn Norwegian first. I tried.
But do they sing Norwegian songs?
Mostly they don't, but the director teaches
in Norwegian. Okay.
So that's needed.
So you wanna be the good boy and listen to the director. Instead of just jump in and join the choir that makes you happy.
I can do that, but the thing is that I have a voice that doesn't go silent in a big choir. It's impossible not to hear myself. So I need to be respectful. But anyway, going back to this idea of reconnection and belonging, when the choir at one point started to feel that it was not enough, because it was like a couple of hours every week in rehearsals or when we sang in the spring season and all that. And I found that I could tap into that with the tantric meditations every time that I came
home, or
yeah, it felt like coming home, because I had this sense of, okay, I am in the world is not against me, the world is a safe place for my heart, even though the word is hard, right?
yeah,
I found like strength and also a sense of that I could rest on that sensation
yeah,
while I was in the sense of connection. And at one point, that started to get blurred out. So it wasn't just in the practices. I felt that I could do that outside in the world, that it was not just while doing these meditation practices.
yeah. And I think that is key for people when they find something they love
Mm-hmm.
and that creates a good feeling.
Yeah.
They have to understand that they can bring that feeling with them. And this is what is so dangerous when we talk about people that are in cults and go into the spiritual path and they think the guru is the only source of happiness.
Yeah.
Because it's natural that you meet people. You feel like you are home. You feel like you have a place of belonging, and that loneliness or whatever you had or emptiness, suddenly you feel like you're filled up. And then you think, okay, I have to be in this group, or I have to follow this leader, or I have to be in this practice to maintain that. And so I think we just want everyone to know that every time you have a sensation of, okay, this is really nice, and you do an activity,
Mm-hmm.
try to bring that feeling back home.
Yeah.
And that is you.
It belongs.
It belongs to you.
It belongs to you.
Yeah.
Some people say when they come to classes, when they go, for example, for a Nidra class or a guided meditation, they say, you gave me this feeling. And no. I didn't give you anything. You tapped into something
Yeah.
because of the technique that we shared. But in no way the experience that you are living right now belongs to me. Some people, even when they start in the Tantra path, they feel that the relationship with the partners is going to be very difficult because they are not spiritual people, air quotation marks. And I say, no. You get into the experience, you get into what you feel, and that's immediately contagious.
It is. And it has nothing to do with other people. That's why we spoke about previously in the episode about the separation of trying to find something. Because when you define and you are connecting your frequency of love to something, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. I believe that the sense of reconnection is mainly and first reconnection to yourself. And when someone taps into the source, the way that these people are seen by others is so magnetic. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, okay, when you know someone that knows what this person wants and has this this twinkle in their eyes, and you see them breathe and smiling, and they move forward with a different strength.
Yeah.
So you don't understand what it is. You might not be sharing what this person did in the past or in the present, but there is something there that is contagious. So when someone is connected to the source, it's like tuk, 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 tuk.
Yeah, I like that you say magnetic, because I have this exercise that I call practice being a magnet.
Wow.
And that just came to me. And it's actually what you are talking about. You are practicing being a magnet, attracting things. But I will talk about that in another
Please
episode.
do so. I am really curious about now. That was my take on why I think Tantra is reconnection. What is your experience in that? Because you come, when we were speaking about this nature, nurture, you had been taught by your adoptive family to be connected all the time and to be present all the time.
Yeah, but I wasn't. So for me, I have developed this method to guide people step by step to learn how to get in touch with these things that we talk about. And first step is reconnection. And it means that you are reconnecting yourself with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it can be a separation.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes that is why we feel lonely or we don't belong, because we are separating ourselves from our heart.
So we move into the world more in our minds, or more in a more rational way, or maybe we are having meaningless intimacy with people, like meaningless sex, or...
For me, it wasn't that. It was like I was separated from my heart. And this can be different from everyone, but
Mm-hmm.
I just had so much love inside, and it was like I couldn't connect with it. It's like I could feel all the love I had inside.
Mm.
But at the same time, my mind was not connected to it. It's like it was two different sources of energy.
Yeah.
And later, when I started to read about quantum physics and neuroscience,
Mm-hmm.
studies has actually shown that the consciousness and the unconsciousness is two separate sources of energy.
Mm-hmm.
That consciousness can't affect the unconsciousness with thoughts only.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense when people can feel this gap between, okay, they are not connected with something inside.
Okay, I need to go back to something. You said that you have a method. That means that after the experiences that you went through, you have created something to move forward into this.
I was a teacher since I was 15 years old. I feel like I always have been looking for answers how to teach people, or myself, first and foremost myself, how to teach or create tools to make things better. So it was very natural after these insights I got, and after all years of conversations and work with my teacher. Not everyone can go and sit in a Buddhist temple for 4 hours for one session and listen to Tibetan, Sanskrit, and so. And I just know that these feelings that I experience is so profound, and I just know how much it helped me. And I wanted to see if I could find a way to wrap it in a more easy, accessible way, sort of speak.
Okay. And you say that this method, you use it with yourself, with others. How does it go?
I think during the last 10 or 20 years, I've just been intuitively using different things that I know from different practices. When I'm working with people, I don't really work as a coach, but I'm coaching people a lot because I have a big staff. And I want my team to be the best they can be. So it's a lot of coaching in there. And of course, spirituality is a big part of my life. So we end up talking with people and friends, and you just want to find different ways to explain things.
Yeah.
And I have always done a lot of different courses through my life. Everything from laughter yoga to tapping, to healing, to Reiki. I just done a lot of courses.
Okay, so you mixed some of these things together.
Yeah.
And this process or this method that you created, what is the purpose for this?
When you do a lot of different courses, you are interested, let's say, in Reiki.
Yeah.
And then you start to study, the energy and how they are moving energy. Then when I did TFT certification, where you go into tapping and meridians, then you learn that when you are tapping meridian points, that will affect the meridians. And in yoga, we call it nadis.
Yeah.
When you do acupuncture, you know that you do the same, but then you put needles directly into the meridians, and that will have an effect. So after doing a lot of different courses, because I was obsessed with spiritual growth.
Yeah, I can't believe that we just met here and not everywhere else with all these things that we did in the past. But
so you have different courses and you learn different things. But in the end, everything is coming from somewhere,
Yeah, it comes from us in the end. it's all a way to see the human experience, right?
I'm thinking, no, what I mean is all techniques and all medicine or all philosophy comes from what I later call the source. I go a little bit woohoo here, but okay, you do this, you learn this, and then
There is a common factor in everything
Yeah,
that you had been seeing, or
yeah, because when I discovered Tantra,
yeah,
I felt like that was the source of everything. So you do
reconnection.
Yeah, and and it's like when you met your teacher, you were like, okay, I studied all these things, and you feel like it was a waste, but of course it's not a waste. But you can go directly to the source, and from there,
Start to skip all the things that you don't need.
Exactly. But I had studied all these things, and it's there for a reason, because people are learning in different ways.
And also, some people need different tools to access different things.
So I love all the courses I took, but the essence, if you go into the back of, being on frequency of love, and then you're going to heal from there. I have selected things from all my different experiences into a method, so I feel like it's a whole rounded method. That's
Okay, I would like to know more about that, because I feel that nowadays when we talk about something that is holistic or that brings everything together, people get really confused because they think that being holistic means dressing in white, lighting candles, chanting in Sanskrit, or eating veggies. But I believe, in my experience, that holistic means a complete different thing. It's like seeing the whole.
Yeah, everything is connected.
Yeah,
and that's why we need
dual.
to reconnect.
yeah, and not being dual, like this or that, or light. You're a being of light, so there is no shadow. That crap annoys me a little bit. But what you're describing seems like a road back to yourself, a road back to connection with yourself.
Yeah. 100%. And you need to connect with yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, if you go around and are disconnected inside, doesn't matter. If you're not connected with yourself, you don't have that background, or that.
You're using just part of your energy.
Yeah. And you can still do amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you are plugging in the light. You can have a nice, beautiful lamp, but if it's not plugged into the electricity, it's a totally different thing.
Okay, and this first step of reconnection, what do you feel will come next? Would you like to talk more about that?
I want to say one thing when it comes to holistic.
Yes.
Because my mom, she said, when I was younger, I was never fighting with my parents, and I didn't show a lot of emotions. I kept everything inside. And my mom said, you have to get your emotions out.
Yes.
If not, you will get sick.
Yeah.
And she said that like 30 years ago. That has always been with me. Like, I need to release my emotions, because if I keep negative emotions inside, I get sick.
Yes.
And then I know it's a lot of controversy around, how your thoughts affect your emotions, and if emotions and thought can give you illnesses. But
yes. I don't think it's that controversial anymore. I think it's hard for people to process it.
Okay, maybe that's not controversial anymore, but what's controversial is if you are talking about if thoughts can heal illness.
Yes.
So it's like...
You're on point.
Yeah, we know that if we have a lot of negative emotions, it can actually create diseases.
Yes. Stress can create.
But when we are going into the field of, okay, but if that can happen, can thoughts heal or go the other way? Then it's like a little bit more no.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
And I'm not going to be any judge and tell what is right. I'm just saying my mom told me this from a very young age. And sometimes she tried to shake me and scream to me and say, get your feelings out, because I didn't express my emotions.
Wow.
And I was never angry, or I was never yelling. And she's like, you have to sometimes you have to scream and get your emotions out. That's why I started dancing and singing and all these things.
And in this, when you talk about your mother, for me, your mother sounds Asian, and I know she's not. She wasn't. So it's very strange in the way that you describe her nature, and how she was so grounded and connected with everything around her. is for me, it's impressive.
It's so funny you say that because my mom said, I believe that I was your daughter in another life.
Wow.
She said that to me.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Spooky. I have goosebumps now. I would like to know more about this method.
Okay, so we can wrap up this episode.
Yeah, let's
And,
go. Let's jump right into the next one.
Okay.